Let's kick things off with a wild question. Can an entire property deal completely collapse over just 6 vague words? Well, in this explainer, we're diving into a legal autopsy of the landmark Karuppan Chetty case to figure exactly that out. We're looking at the absolute requirement of certainty in contracts.
Okay, Section 1, the lease agreement. Let's set the stage here.
The facts of this case start out super simple. We've got a landlord, a tenant, and they agree to a property lease. The price? Exactly RM35 per month. Seems pretty straightforward so far, right? But here's where things go off the rails. Section 2, the vague clause. So they write up the agreement, and it literally says, at RM35 per month for as long as he likes. Now, I want you to pay really close attention to that very last part, for as long as he likes. Think about that from a legal perspective for a second. What does for as long as he likes actually mean? Are we talking a week, 5 years, a lifetime? There is absolutely no fixed duration there, and that creates massive, massive legal ambiguity. Which brings us to Section 3, the court's ruling. So this goes to court, and the judge applies some very strict logic. First, they point out that for as long as he likes obviously raises ambiguity. Second, because it lacks a specific time frame, the language is just deemed way too vague. And step 3, the judge holds the entire agreement completely invalid. You see, when drafting contracts, specific language isn't just a nice to have, it is an absolute necessity. Putting down vague wording isn't some minor technicality that you can just brush off. It's a fatal error. It dooms the whole thing. Let's zoom out a bit. Section 4. The certainty principle. This entire case perfectly illustrates the requirement of certainty. It's a foundational principle. An agreement absolutely must use specific language. If the terms are too vague, the requirement simply isn't met, and the agreement is legally dead on arrival. Think about it. A court literally cannot enforce a promise if they don't know what the promise actually entails. So remember this golden rule. Uncertain terms equal no valid contract. Even though these parties had a clearly agreed upon price, that RM35, failing to define the timeline caused the entire foundation of their deal to collapse. So going back to our original question, can an entire agreement collapse over just a few uncertain words? Well, the Karuppan Chetty case proves that, yes, it absolutely can. In the eyes of the law, the consequences of ambiguity are unforgiving. Keep your terms crystal clear.